Now.
Okay.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. Good to have you along with us for another broadcast of Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod. I'm Keith Elkins. Rick Reams alongside. Chris Labar is our producer tonight. And tonight we'll see a matchup between the Frederick Douglass Broncos and the Letcher County Central Cougars. And Rick, it should be an interesting matchup in that both of these teams face some unique early season challenges, with Douglass being minus a good portion of its roster and Letcher County Central attempting a very ambitious schedule here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, Letcher County Central, 4 games in 4 nights. I'm not sure if you want to end those 4 games up in Lexington, but that's what they're doing tonight. I'm going to have to give their coaches credit for at least scheduling this to get going quickly. And then for Douglass, they've got, as you said, a decimated roster. 12 players are playing in the state high school football finals tomorrow. I think, you know, that you'll hear Coach Scarborough talk about that a little bit, but they want to win that game and then get them out here. So tonight it's going to be an interesting 2 different style teams playing. But, you know, if 4 games in 4 nights, you still got to show up and play.
You got to show up and play, and both these teams have some high hopes for the year, too, as they develop.
Yeah, both of them, you know, with 14th region and then here. I think both these schools, you know, especially early on, you're just trying to kind of get a gauge. You've practiced against each other so long. You're tired of that. It's so good to get out on the court, play someone else, play someone that doesn't know your plays, and see where you can go from there. But, yeah, I think both of these teams are looking to get off to a hot start so they can kind of go far in the region.
And the girls' game continuing in front of us now with Frederick Douglass leading Sayre by a decisive margin here, 77-33 with about 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Boys basketball coming up shortly. We'll come back in just a moment, and we'll hear from Matt Taylor, head coach of the Letcher County Central Cougars, when we continue in just a moment on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Coach, you're going at it with a very ambitious schedule here at the start of the season. Tell me about what you hope your team will do and will accomplish during this tough stretch of games.
We're one of the top teams down to 14th, so I want to play the most people I can play. Being in college basketball the last 15 years is kind of all I know is you play up, you get up, if that makes any sense. So I try to play as many good teams as I possibly can. I saw Frederick Douglass this summer. Know they're a good team. They've got a new coach now. Kai's a good player, so I want to see where we're at.
And I would think that the players would respond well to that, wouldn't they? They want to take on the best.
Yeah, they do. They want to play. They like playing. They enjoy it. They enjoy the competition. It's really hard for us to get up for games that aren't that good. And I try to schedule as many good teams as I can. But being where we are and with travel and stuff, we very seldom get out. But it's a pretty good day.
Yeah. And tell me about maybe a couple of your veteran players, guys you're returning that you need to count on.
Caden Adams. We got a couple that are a little up, down in the weather tonight. We got a couple with flu A that are just getting over it. Caden Adams, our big guy, is one of them. He didn't play last night. He's going to try to play tonight. Nigel Nichols, returning guard for us, big-time player. Peyton Dixon, another big-time player for us. That's three of our real good ones that are returning. Brady Boggs, another one.
Well, those guys are going to be an asset to you, of course. But in general, what do you like about your team? It's very early in the season, but what do you see that makes you think that this team can reach its potential?
You will watch the hardest playing basketball team in this state tonight. I don't know whether the outcome will be the same as we know everybody wants to win every game, but we will be the hardest playing team you will watch in a long time.
That makes up for a lot, doesn't it? You can overcome a lot of mistakes.
Absolutely. The harder you go, the better off you are.
Yeah. So what's your feeling now about being in high school basketball? A little bit different challenge for you, of course, and a different outlook, but what appeals to you about it?
It does. I got to come home. I'm from Letcher County, born and raised there. I've been in LA, like I said, the last 15 years, but I got to come home. The job came open. I know everybody there. It's home for me, so I think it was a time to adjust, and these kids have been awesome. The parents have been awesome, so it's been a great time.
So some of the Lexington schools are having a book drive. I know it was a very tough summer in eastern Kentucky, and there particularly in Letcher County, but that seemed like a good project and one worthwhile for your county.
Absolutely, it would. We lost, I think, 4 middle schools during our flood. I personally lost my home. Some of our players were affected drastically. So and without my players, to be honest, when the flood happened, FEMA didn't get there for a couple of days. So it was my players and myself that was, tearing my house out and doing that with a lot of other houses. And it's like I said, God saves us all, but at the end of the day, we saved ourselves. A lot of us saved ourselves.
Well, we're glad to see you back on the basketball court. I'm sure that's at least something of a diversion now to get back and get to work in basketball.
Absolutely. Our guys were dying to get back to play basketball, just to have some normalcy. Especially football before us got to have a little bit of normalcy. They finally got to play their season, so it was exciting for us all. It's a relief because a lot of people don't realize it's still going on down there. There's still people that are living in tents. There's actually 3 people living in my holler that are living in tents. It's a bare situation.
Well, best to them and best to you tonight. Good luck.
I'm so appreciative of you all covering us, man. It's awesome. I'm glad to come down to Lexington. I thank you all for covering our game.
All right.
Makes us feel good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash. Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Joined us for high school basketball tonight at Letcher County Central against the homestanding Frederick Douglass Broncos this evening here in Lexington. And Rick, as we talked about, an interesting matchup between these two clubs, but what do you see as the keys to tonight's ballgame?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of different keys. If you look at Letcher County Central, they got to build on their opening game. You know, a couple games high scoring, 91 points in one game, 87 points in another game. Another thing they have to talk, and they kind of talked about that, is coming to the big city. They can't get intimidated by this gym, by this crowd that will be here tonight, just to see how they can handle that pressure. But you know, I think it speaks volumes. They're still talking about how much this team did during the flood times and stuff like that. And, you know, Keith, when you go through a situation like that, you know, basketball is kind of a levity to give you something that is normal. And I know what that's like. I had a very serious illness this past year, and normal is all I'm looking for, and that's what this team is going to do tonight. And so to have them out here playing tonight is great. Now, for Douglas, they've got a couple different things going on. One is they have to put off the off-season coaching turmoil that went on. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details about that, but Coach Garber didn't take over till the fall. And so this team actually has had 3 coaches in 4 years. And, you know, that's tough on kids any age, and we talk a little bit about that. The other thing is they have to put that game against Catholic out of their minds. It's over with. They lost a very, very good Catholic team, lost at their place, first game of the year being, you know, down players and everything. But you got to take that out of your mind. You got to play tonight's game. Again, you got to put out of your mind that you don't have all those players from the football team, because it doesn't matter that they're on the team. They're not playing tonight, so you have to come with who you got.
You got to come with who you got, and as you said, there are several that they don't have tonight that are going to be key players for this Douglas team. But the challenge tonight is to play Letcher County Central with the players you have. They did get some good experience there in the game against Catholic, and we heard Coach Matt Taylor say in his interview that Letcher County Central will play as hard or harder than anybody you see. So it should be a challenge for this Douglas team tonight, undermanned as they are.
Yeah, and, you know, Douglas wants to get up and down the court, and 4 games in 4 days, I don't think Letcher County Central is really interested in that. So I think you're going to see contrasting styles and who can kind of stick to that style. You know, sometimes a team that gets up and down the court, other teams kind of follow them. But the other thing happens, we saw that the other night with the UK game where they just, against Bellarmine, where they just got caught in Bellarmine's offensive flow and kind of had the same problem. So that could happen tonight. It's going to be interesting to see which team can kind of inflict their own will against the opposing team.
Yeah, that's right, and it's amazing how that happens in a basketball game, that suddenly you're playing the style of your opponent, which you, in most cases, you don't want to do that. So we'll see how these teams fare against each other tonight with their different approaches. The keys to the ball game brought to you by CSL Plasma. And we invite you to stay with us as more of our pregame show continues in just a moment. Getting ready for Letcher County Central and Frederick Douglass at Frederick Douglass tonight here on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Rick Reams with Glycod here at Frederick Douglass Gym with Coach Wes Scarberry. Frederick Douglass. Coach, you got your second game tonight. First game against Catholic. Tell me a little bit about that game and what you learned about your team.
Well, after watching the film, I was really pleased with how we played, especially defensively. We forced 17 turnovers and scored 21 points off of that. And that's what I was looking for the most in the first game, is how we played defensively. We actually had a lot of wide open shots that we missed in the first quarter. If you take the first quarter out, we actually beat them by 2. We got down 13, right off the bat. It was their first home game. I mean, they're a top 10 team in the state. And we didn't match their energy initially. And we only had 6 turnovers for the game. Lexington Catholic plays the 2-2-1 traditionally, but that didn't hurt us at all. It was just after that we missed a lot of easy shots. And obviously, Potter was contesting a lot of shots inside, so that affected us a lot. But, missing 7 guys that, could be on the roster. I was more than pleased with how we played. To only lose by 12. We got down 20, and I told them after the game, they could have easily folded at that point and started pointing fingers and not listening to coaching, but they did the exact opposite. They stayed together as a group, and were still coachable and fought back and made it a respectable score, I thought, at the end.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. Your first experience with this team, your first year here. How have you and your players kind of worked together, do you think?
Well, it was late.
Yes,
it was late.
Yes.
We didn't have the summer, together. We didn't have a lot of the preseason together. I know a lot of the guys, because teaching here, I've had a lot of the guys in class, and I helped Kurt Young 4 years ago. So I knew Kai and I knew Ryan and some of those seniors. I'd worked with them before. It was just a matter of sitting down, having a lot of discussions, one-on-one, getting in the gym, really working in the weight room, conditioning, working on skills. And I've been very welcomed by all the players. We've had several players who decided to play this year who weren't going to play. And so, Leighton Harris is one of them that came out. And so it's been a blessing. It really has been to have, 12 football players coming out next week and 12 that we have right now. Just a great blend of kids, really coachable kids. To be the third coach in 4 years, that's tough on a young man, but they've been very opening to me, and we have great relationships already. I have a great staff put together that's been a big part of that. So it's been an easy transition, thankfully.
Well, and kids at any age, but especially at this age, consistency in their coaches, in their adults, that's what they're looking for. So I think it's really important the way you're talking about sit down, talk about all this. Have you been able to have any of the football players work out with you yet, or will they come out just kind of cold?
We have a couple times. They came the first day of tryouts, October 15th. We didn't let them do much, just some shooting drills, and they didn't do any contact. Coach McPeak, I don't think would like that. But on Thursdays, the football team practices in the morning.
Right.
And so some of those guys would come, and we actually lift on Thursdays as a basketball program. So we just would shoot for like an hour before we lift. And so they came in and did some of that. So I think they'll be okay. They were on the bench the other night at Catholic.
Yeah.
They'll be here tonight. So in terms of, blending them with this group, that'll take a little time. Yeah. But they kind of know what's expected, and kind of the style of play we're going to have. And, I think they'll be a little bit rusty, but hopefully after they win that state championship tomorrow night, they'll be fired up next week.
Well, one last question. I've talked about the past. Let's talk about tonight. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, it'll be a totally different team we're playing tonight. It'll be a good test for us. I think they're a top 3 team in the 14th region. This will be their 4th game this week. So we're hoping to maybe speed the game up a little bit. They're very hard-nosed. They'll get after us defensively. They're well coached. They do everything right. And so it'll be a good test for us. We kind of play an up and down style and try to play fast, and they're kind of opposite in terms of what they do. To play teams in different regions, I think is great because you see different styles, and that prepares you for different tournament runs that we'll try to make. So first home game, I expect there to be a little bit of excitement, maybe some nerves. But tonight would be a great win. With Frederick Douglass, really, the girls look like they're going to pull this out. We need to pull it out and kind of lead that for the football team tomorrow.
Hey, good luck tonight. Thank you for your time.
Right,
Appreciate you.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The prescription pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Just a few minutes away from game time here at Frederick Douglass High School. Glad to have you along tonight on Glycod. I'm Keith Elkins. Rick Reams alongside. Chris LeBar is our producer. And we've talked a lot tonight in our pregame, Rick, about this Frederick Douglass football team. And so many of the members of the basketball team are part of that football team as well, but they're going for a state championship, and it's an exciting weekend in Kentucky high school sports, and it didn't quite work out for the basketball team. Maybe those dates could have been reversed. They might have put a few guys in uniform tomorrow night, but as it is, they'll have to do without. But again, an exciting weekend for Douglass High School.
Yeah, you know, this is these kids, the football players, this school, you know, the football team has been to the finals. They just haven't brought one home. They're hoping this is the year, go undefeated, win that state title. But as Coach Scarberry said, you know, you don't have any excuses. You got to come out here and play with who you have. And I think they're excited to see what they can come up with. They had some good individual performances against Catholic, with Kai Simpson with 26 points and Armello Boone with 22 points. So those are the two guys I think we'll see us scoring a lot tonight with a little depleted roster. But, you know, what I'm excited to see is just these kids to come out tonight. Second game of the year, your first home game. See how the nerves are, see what they can do, how they can handle the different style of play that we've talked about, and kind of see if they can come out with a W tonight.
Well, it's a very early season game, as we've said, but you learn a little bit about your team each time, don't you? And as you progress toward tournament play where everybody wants to succeed, but these games are important. Each little step toward that tournament time is important in the development of these teams.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Taylor talked about. I was so impressed. He said he wanted to schedule the best teams he can, because that gets you ready for the postseason. And whether you want to, you know, really talk about it or not, that's what the whole regular season is geared toward, is to get into that postseason, hitting on an up note, and that's what you want to do for both of these teams. And I think Douglass is excited to play this game again, just to see a different style than they're going to see probably in the 11th region. So a 14th region team comes in here tonight playing a little bit different style. Let's see how we can handle that and what we need to work on from here.
We're just a few minutes away from game time, and we will come back and have the starting lineups for you in just a moment after we take this break on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Frederick Douglass and Letcher County Central getting ready to go at it here at Douglass High School tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Letcher County Central Cougars, and they will have Nigel Nichols in there, a 5'10 senior, had 18 points against Lee of Virginia. That was their most recent game for Letcher County Central. Also starting for Letcher County Central tonight, Caden Adams, a 6'6 senior. He'll wear number 33. And number 25 is Brady Boggs, had 25 points in their win over Phelps. Boggs, a junior. Also starting for Letcher County Central tonight is Peyton Dixon, 6'3 junior. Had a great game had a good game at Pikeville and a great game against Lee, 18 points and 18 rebounds. And the 5th starter is Jaden Huff, a 6'4 junior for the Letcher County Central Cougars of Coach Matt Taylor. The home team tonight, Frederick Douglass Broncos, coached by Wes Scarberry. They'll start with Kai Simpson. He's an outstanding player, a 6'2 senior, 26 points against Lexington Catholic. His running mate, Armello Boone, will wear number 1, Simpson number 4. Boone, a 6'1 sophomore, had 22 points against Catholic. And Ryan Carter will be in the starting lineup. Jack Nagog also, Nagog 5'10 senior, Carter a 6'3 senior. And also for Douglas tonight, it's number 11, Eric Triplett, a 6'1 senior, pulled down 5 boards against Catholic. And Rick, we heard Coach Scarberry talking about the effort that his team gave. They were a little bit outmanned against Catholic, but he was very happy with their hustle and felt like that they gave him the kind of effort that he was looking for.
Yeah, that's what he said. He just wanted to see the effort there, that they'll be the hardest playing team that we'll see all year. So I'm excited to see if that's the case or not.
Well, we'll see as the teams gather around their coaches for the final time here before this game gets underway. At a girls' game beforehand, Douglas winning over Sayre 78-35 tonight. We'll see the Douglas girls again next week here on Glycod. Hope you'll join us for that one. But right now it's the boys tonight, Letcher County Central and the Douglas Broncos. And we are set for introductions now, and we'll be underway shortly here from Douglass High School. And Rick, we've mentioned that Letcher County Central schedule, but he really has crowded those games in there and is ready to, seems like, take on anybody. And they played last night at home in Letcher County, and then back here tonight, and they'll play Bryan Station tomorrow night. Let's take a final break before the game starts right here on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Douglas High School, the Broncos being introduced, wearing the orange warm-ups, and we will be underway very shortly. And Rick, it's good to be back in the basketball arena again, isn't it?
Yeah, I played basketball my whole life, and my dad laughed and said that's because I like good weather. So I don't ever have to worry about wind conditions, sleet, or anything else. I told my wife tonight I don't have to worry about the press box window being open or closed or whatever. So, yeah, it's exciting to be back inside, indoors at this, and just a great time of the year with the high school football finals going on, basketball season started. I mean, this is my most exciting time of the year.
It is a wonderful time for high school sports, and we've got some great athletes to cover this fall and winter, and so we hope you'll stay with us all season long on Glycod for this basketball season, as you have for the football coverage, which all winds up this weekend with those championship games at Kroger Field. The goal all year of these football teams, just like the basketball teams, want to get to Rupp Arena and play in the Sweet 16. Douglas has been in the regionals 3 years in a row. In fact, was runner-up 2 years in a row. So they have a pretty clear-cut goal, Rick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've gone as far as they can without getting to Rupp Arena. But the great thing about the start of the season, Keith, is everyone has that dream, and it can all, for every team, it can be realized. The trip to Rupp Arena is what they want, and that road starts in these early season games.
Just about set to go now. It'll be Caden Adams stepping in there for Letcher County Central. They're in the blue. In the white, it's Frederick Douglass, and Ryan Carter will do the honors as we get set for basketball. Hope you enjoy it on Glycod. There's the toss, and we are underway, and it'll be Letcher County Central with the first possession. That's Nigel Nichols handling the ball, coming up into offensive court for the Cougars. Moves over to the right side now. They work it around, and underneath, the ball goes into Caden Adams, and that's going to be knocked away and out of bounds.
Yeah, with that 6'6" frame, you're going to see them try to get the ball inside a lot tonight to Caden Adams. As we heard, he didn't play last night because little flu bug, but we'll be interested to see how his wind and stamina is tonight.
Kai Simpson handling the ball out front now for Douglas. That one slipped away and picked up by Jaden Huff of Letcher County Central. He drives down the lane, a lot of contact in there. Foul is called. We've got the Cougars right in front of us here, so we're going to have to negotiate that a little bit as we go along in the game as far as the vantage point, but we'll sort it out as best we can. 7:33 to go in the first quarter of play. Still no score, and Letcher County Central with the ball, and underneath the shot no good. Put it up there by Peyton Dixon, and then finally retrieved by the Cougars. Here is Nichols with it on the dribble, looking for a teammate. Goes off to the right side. Drive to the basket, and Douglas has it. Broncos on the move. There is Kai Simpson, a fine player with his first two of the ball game, and the Broncos have an early 2-0 lead coming up on the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. They'll apply some pressure in backcourt, trying to speed things up a little bit. Now the double team on Nichols, and a whistle away from the ball, and we're going to get a timeout here very early into the ball game. 6:57 to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Douglas. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Now 2-0 lead for Douglas as Letcher County Central works the ball, and now there's the jumper by Huff. It rims out of there. Simpson up with it for the Broncos. Looks for a break, but Letcher County Central is back this time. Spins into the lane. Simpson with the fall away. Won't go. Rebound to the Cougars. Peyton Dixon comes off with it. He had 18 boards against Lee of Virginia in their most recent game. Moving for the basket is Adams. His shot is no good. Put back up in the air by Dixon. No good, but he drew a foul.
Yeah, that last time out, Keith, I'm pretty sure that Letcher County Central was not looking for that trapping defense that Frederick Douglass threw at him. Got a quick timeout there. Both teams have a little trouble finding the scoreboard right now, but they'll get that sweat going and kind of get back into their flow.
Dixon at the line, right-hander up, and it rolls off for him. Peyton Dixon, 6'3" junior.
One place you don't want to leave points is at that free throw line.
So Dixon back up in there, one bounce, and lets it go, and this one is good. And the Cougars are on the board. Douglas attacks quickly. There is Boone driving. Now Simpson out front, fakes, takes it down the middle, lays it in.
Nice play there. Frederick Douglass is really trying to get this game in motion fast. Good drive to the basket there.
Simpson scoring on that one. He's got all four. Here's a shot from the left wing. No good by Boggs, and a long outlet pass. Here is Boone under for the jam.
Nice outlet pass. Look up the court wide open there for the dunk.
6-1 the score. Douglas out to the quick lead. Boggs bounce pass inside. And now off to the right wing it goes, and the shot is good. Nichols made the shot.
Yeah, put some of those three-pointers. That's going to help them a lot.
And that was a 3 for Nichols. McGogg with it for Douglas, and now back outside to Simpson, and they'll reset. Simpson guarded by Boggs. Now hands it off to Jack McGogg again, number 10. And off the right side, here's Simpson from outside this time. No good. Rebound to the Cougars. Adams pulled it down, and the pass up court is deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, see, Frederick Douglass, they have the green light. Wherever they ever get the ball, if they have an open shot, they go ahead and take it. And that's, as a player, that's what you want.
Absolutely. Nothing better than knowing you got the freedom to put it up there, and not going to be on the bench if that one happens to go awry, and a shooter has to keep shooting. Here's Jaden Huff with it, guarded by Simpson. Left side, that's Boggs, and a bounce pass goes to the inside, and now back outside, and now taken away. Broncos on the move. Fast break finished off by Armello Boone.
Yeah, forcing Letcher County Central to go with their second timeout. Not the way Letcher County Central wanted that game to start.
8-4 the score, 4:42 to go in the first quarter, and the pace, as you say, Rick, has favored Douglas so far. Not that Letcher County Central is falling out of this thing, but at the same time, there's some warning signs that the speed of the game favors the Broncos at this point.
Yeah, you could tell Coach Taylor to getting 2 quick timeouts. You don't do that unless your team is just not doing what you want them to do. And like as he said, slow this game down. And we talked about, would Letcher County Central be able to dictate pace? And at this point in the game, the answer is no.
So Peyton Dixon will play it in for the Cougars. In it comes, and they'll leave Nichols to work it out against Noah Jones, who's in there for Douglas now. Pass outside to Boggs. They're Trying to go inside. There's Adams, the big man with it. Drives down toward the right baseline, but nothing there for him. Back to Boggs and back to Huff. Huff tried to make a move, has it taken away. Here comes Jones for Frederick Douglass. Off to Simpson, moves into the lane, and then off to the right wing. The shot no good. And the rebound, Adams battling for it, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, Adams had that roll off his leg there. Just got to you got to have big hands and grab hold of that ball tightly in that case.
Broncos will play it in. Working on the outside. The long one is good.
Nice three-point shot.
Harris, yeah. So Harris with the three-pointer gives the Broncos an 11-4 lead. Here's the shot from outside by Nichols, and that's a three. His second three of the game.
Well, that three-point play, really a good job if you can get that open shot.
So pass tipped out of bounds. It'll go back to Frederick Douglass. Wearing the farm on their shirts. Of course, the school here built on the legendary Hamburg property at one time. Jones with it. Jones driving, trying to get an opening, tried to force one, but Adams got the shot, and now the Cougars are on the move. Firing from out of the right corner, and it is good.
You can see the Cougars' offensive plan is to get around that three-point line and hit it.
Up with the three, and now it's 11-10. A whistle as Simpson drove the lane. We got a foul.
Yeah, Simpson's very, very active in this offense. The top returning scorer for Douglas coming back from last year, and you can tell why. He's got a lot of nice moves without the ball well, and has that green light.
Broncos on the offense now. Here is Simpson. Moves into the lane and is fouled by Boggs as he was going by him.
Got a tough matchup there. Going to have to get him out. I got a couple quick fouls on that 2 possessions there.
11-10 the score. Under the 3-minute mark now in the first quarter from Frederick Douglass High School. Broncos in white. Letcher County Central, the visiting team, in blue. And there's a nice jumper by Ryan Carter.
Free throw line jumper.
Yeah, the 6'3 senior. Driving is Nichols, in and out. Tip is good.
Good offensive boards.
Yeah, good work by Huff on the boards. Now a long one again by Harris, and he connects again.
It's a tough matchup for Adams to try to get out there on him.
Nichols gets it over in the corner. Long one from over there is too long. And now here comes Jones on the run for Frederick Douglass. Tapped away from behind. Jones rescues it. And now a foul as Harris started to drive.
They know he can take that shot. They're going to have to come up on him, and that time he was able to drive around him and pick up the foul.
Harris, an early contributor in this start to the season where Frederick Douglass is trying to get by without a good portion of its roster. The members of the football team will be playing in a state championship game tomorrow night. Here's a steal by Huff, takes it under and knocked away. Blocked from behind. And now Douglass in the other way, and that one's blocked by Higgins just into the game and picked up by Nichols.
Great defense on each end for these teams.
Nichols all the way down the lane, trying to behind the back pass. That one's picked off, and now here's Simpson out in front, and he missed the dunk. Got it right back, though, put it up and in. And a foul.
If you're going to miss the dunk, go ahead and get your own rebound and get a three-point play afterwards. So on that one, they may laugh at him. He's laughing at himself a little bit. Boy, I've been there and done that before, but he had a good outcome getting a three-point play. But he's going to remember that missed dunk for a while.
He will. His teammates won't let him forget it for a while.
You're exactly right.
But a fine recovery by a fine player in Kai Simpson, expected to be one of the better players in the 11th region this year.
Yeah, and you can't let something like that bother you. You do have to get that rebound, go back up and put it in. And we see Adams to go into the bench. Again, I think he's a little bit winded.
18-12 the score, and now the shot from the line, no good. And The ball recovered by Nichols of Letcher County Central. He tries to bounce it underneath. Scramble for it. Ball's loose on the floor. Who's going to get it? It's still loose, and now finally a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout, I believe, right now. So do we want to take a break? Okay, we'll do that. 18-12 the score. Frederick Douglass on top. We'll take a break and be right back in just a moment on Glycon.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycon.
Bounce play from Letcher County Central. That one's blocked, and now Douglass on the fast break, and Boone puts it up going by, and he'll get two and have a chance to add one more.
Yeah, big night so far, doing a great job getting down the court. You know, Coach Taylor, he's not going to worry about any of those timeouts, taking them into halftime. He's used up almost his allotment in the first quarter here. That one he had to take a timeout for that jump ball, but boy, Frederick Douglass with a block and then a good pass out for another three-point play chance.
Boone, the nice release, a sophomore. What a talented player he is. And he makes the free throw, and it's 21-12, 7 for Boone. Nichols working against that press, fires over to Huff on the right wing. Now inside it goes Nichols, puts it up going by, nice shot.
Yeah, nice move there. Kept his concentration, was able to get it off the board.
Kai Simpson right down the middle lays it in.
Yeah, you got to stop him. He came all the way down the court and was able just to lay it in over the front of the rim.
Nichols attracting some attention over in that corner, and now tries to bounce it off a Douglass player, but unsuccessful, and the Broncos will take over.
Yeah, Douglass is really imposing their will right now on this Letcher County Central team. They're breathing a little bit hard. 4 games in 4 days is tough on anyone, and so right now they're having a kind of a rough go with the pressure that Douglass is putting on them.
Douglass intending to speed the game up, and that they have done as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. The Broncos with a 9-point margin. Driving is Harris. Left-hander puts it up going by and dropped it in.
Nice move to the basket there.
8 points for Harris in this first quarter. Trouble in backcourt. There is Higgins with it now for the Cougars. Off to Nichols. 22 seconds to go as Nichols starts down that left side, guarded by Carter. Whitaker with it, and now Huff driving down the baseline, gets it over to Higgins in the corner. Can't get it on the long jumper, and then a foul on the rebound.
Nice rebound there. Letcher County Central, that's what you have to do. You have to go to the boards, put it back up in, and get that foul and get to the free throw line. That's a great job there by Letcher County Central on that play.
It'll be Peyton Dixon to the line. 18 points, 18 rebounds. What a game against Lee High School from Jonesville, Virginia. That's who the Letcher County Central team played most recently. Can't make the free throw, though, and score remains 25-14.
Yeah, when you're tired, sometimes you got to dig deep with those legs to get that free throw in.
Second one spins out of there, too. Tapped out of bounds. And Letcher County will get another opportunity.
Yeah, they said Harris knocked that one out. Coach Scarberry's not really agreeing with that call.
6.9 seconds left, so the Cougars will have to do something quickly. Still looking for the inbounds target. Now they get it to Huff. 3 seconds, 2. Nichols fakes, gets himself open for a good look, and nails the jumper at the buzzer.
Good way to end the quarter there. Nichols, nice play. Pump fake, one drive, one dribble over, hit that 3 right at the buzzer.
So 25-17 is the score at the end of 1, and we'll be right back with the second quarter in just a moment on Glycon.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycon.
A 2-point shot to end the first quarter. Rick, what did you think of that first quarter? Douglas, as we've said, imposing their will a bit, but they seem to be pushing the game in their direction.
Yeah, they really are. And you know what I keep thinking, Keith, is they have 7 players that aren't here tonight.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the pressure they can put on a team when they are at a full roster? So Coach Scarberry has to be very, very pleased being up 9 in the first quarter. And as we talked about which team could make the other team play their game, and right now Douglas is having no problem with the running game, and Letcher County Central is having a lot of trouble with their wind. And again, there's 4 games in 4 nights. Knowing they play again tomorrow night, it's going to be a tough call. And right now they still have Adams on the bench there, and I think it's just because of that flu. It's just tough on him to play a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah, especially in a game with the pace of this one. So Douglas plays it in to start the second quarter. Mello Boone brings it into front court. Broncos operating on the offense. Cougars trying to turn up the defense a little bit, put a little pressure on them as they handle the ball out front. Boone almost lost it. Now a long pass. Carter makes the leaping catch, and then we'll get a foul on Nichols as Carter started his drive.
Yeah, Letcher County Central came out with a lot more aggressive defense there, man-to-man defense, just going at it. And I think they're going to continue that as long as they can to see if they can get some turnovers on Douglas. But right there, Douglas had a couple errant passes, but were able to hold on to the ball and got their starters back in.
Score holds at 25-16 early in the second quarter from Frederick Douglass High School. Slayton Harris, now Kai Simpson has it, guarded by Huff. And step back, shot no good. Rebound, fought for, and Carter's got it. Tried to get it out to Nagog and does.
Nice rebound there.
Driving is Carter, took the extra step and missed the shot. Higgins battling for the rebound, and a foul will be called on Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson didn't think he did anything, but you just can't go over at someone's back. Doesn't matter how vertical you are, the referee's going to call that 99.9% of the time.
Cougars in blue coming up court now, trailing by 9. Battling to stay in this one against a quick and talented Frederick Douglass team. Right corner it goes, and now underneath to Dixon, and a whistle there.
Yeah, Letcher County Central doing a great job of getting the ball out on the wing and then having their men cut hard into the lane. Got a couple fouls on Douglas on those plays and a couple easy baskets. And if you're Douglas, you got to beat that man to that spot on that break.
Inbounds play comes to Huff. Fake the jumper and then started the drive. Collision down underneath.
Yeah, good take of the charge there.
The second foul on Jaden Huff. Now we get Peyton Wright into the ball game as Huff comes to the bench for Letcher County Central. Driving is Simpson into front court and toward the corner. That one had to be saved by Nagog, and a driving shot by Harris, and we'll get a jump ball call.
Alternative possession should give the ball to Douglas there. Good job by Harris driving to the basket. Just couldn't put it in, but did not give up on the play. And it's going to be Letcher County Central ball.
They get it into Nichols. Driving down that right side. Into the left corner it goes. Here's Nichols, faked a long one. Simpson right there with him. Now the shot on the way by Wright, no good. Frederick Douglass on the attack with Kai Simpson leading the way. Harris in the corner. We saw him nail a couple of threes earlier. McGog with it for Frederick Douglass. Inside, Simpson had an advantage for a moment, but was covered up. Now driving is Jones. His shot too hard off the glass. Battle for the rebound, and once again, a tie-up.
Yeah, Simpson on that one, if he turned baseline, he could have gone wide open. He just took himself out of that play there. But Douglas on defense, one thing you're noticing is they're switching on every pick, and they have the right players to do that, and that makes a huge difference to be able to do that.
Adams back in there for the Cougars. Along the baseline it goes. Now here is Simpson starting a drive there, but no room for him. Gives it back to Carter, back to Simpson. Into the lane, and now the shot off the right wing by Jones is too hard. Rebound put up, and no good by Triplett, but he drew a hard foul.
Good job there. Was expecting the contact, but just went straight up, got the foul, and is going to go in for 2 free throws. Great pass there also.
Score holding at 25-16. That's what it was at the quarter break, and we've got 5:26 to go in the second.
Yeah, Douglas that time had 4 different shots on the ball, but they keep on with the offensive rebounding, which is really, really important.
So Triplett goes to the line. Pair of free throws coming to him. 6'1" senior.
Good rotation there on that ball.
10-point margin for the Broncos. And it bounces off, but Jones is there to claim it for Douglas.
One thing you don't want to do is give up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw.
Jones driving and off to Triplett. He comes into the middle, tries to put it up over Adams. Got his own rebound, though. And now the jumper by Carter is off the mark. But Simpson chases that one down. Tried to bounce it off right, and now driving is Triplett, and this is a charge.
Yeah, just a little bit threw that hip in there. A great play there. Shake that charge. That's kind of a lost art, but you use that baseline to your advantage. We talked about it in football, but in basketball even more. Put your foot on the line there. He can't go around you. He's going to either charge or he's going to go out of bounds.
Armello Boone gesturing to his teammates to get everybody in position now as the Cougars come up court. Right with it. Leaves it off on the right side. Now the shot out of the corner, too long. Simpson has it for Douglas. Ahead to Boone. Makes a move in the corner. Here's the shot. No good off the left side, but the rebound taken away and put up and in.
Good job in there. Not giving up on the play, getting that ball and getting the put back.
Triplett with the follow. Makes it 28-16. There's Nichols with the shot from outside, and that one takes a long rebound, but Nichols is there to get his own miss. Whitaker driving, and then a nice pass underneath, and the basket by Wright.
Good pass there.
Now Letcher's got it going the other way. 28-18 the score. Scramble for the loose ball near midcourt. Players dive onto the court. And a whistle and the held ball again, and coaches like to see that.
Yeah, both teams, great hustle there. Both teams getting down on the court, getting some floor burns early on in the season, but that's what you want to see, your team giving the effort. And, you know, one thing you notice about Letcher County Central is Nigel Nichols, he has the green light also, and that's one thing shooters do is they shoot, and they always think that next one's going in, and he's missed a couple in a row, but I can guarantee you he's going to go back up with that ball here in a minute.
10-point lead for Douglas as Nichols comes up into front court. To Whitaker and inside. That one tapped away. Here's Triplett with the steal. Tries to get it up ahead to Boone, and he is fouled hard as he goes for the basket.
Douglas does a really, really good job of just getting out on that break. And it's a good job there getting down to the basket. Made a nice pass. Triplett doing a good job on defense against the bigger Adams. And to go from there, so good job. Looks like we got a injury for Letcher County Central when he went down onto the court to get that ball. And I can't tell if it's a shoulder or what, but having a shoulder that goes out of socket, it sure looks like that the way he's holding the ball, holding his shoulder there.
Lead remains at 10. Second one by Boone is good.
Higgins was on the injury there, so we're hoping he'll come back in, but they've taken him to the locker room to get a better look at that shoulder, I think.
This is Wright with it, and his pass into the middle stolen away. Here comes Jones for Douglas. Puts it up going by, missed the shot. Battle for it, and then put back in by Junior Hill.
Boone with another rebound.
No, it was Boone. It was Boone who got it. You're right.
Yep, another rebound in a basket. Good news is Higgins is back, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. He walked off with his arm holding down, and now he looks perfectly normal. And Douglas with a foul, and they're going to be in the bonus.
And the bonus at 3:25 to go, second quarter. 31-18 the score. Douglas on top. They have gradually stretched out this lead, applying some pressure, running when they can. And Peyton Wright will be at the line for the Cougars and hits the first, so he'll get another.
It's one thing that Letcher County Central needs to make sure is that don't leave any possession without points, and that includes at the free throw line.
Second one good. 31-20. And here come the Broncos, led by Armello Boone. He'll hand it off to Jones out front. As they weave around front now, there's Hill with a shot from the side. Good.
Nice play there. Weaved it around. Like I say, got the shot from the corner and get that three by Hill.
Give him three. It's 34-20. The shot from underneath. Good. Sends it back to 12.
Got the ball into Adams. Big man there on the post, getting that ball off the board.
34-22, and here comes Harris into front court. Jones takes it on the weave, tries to go down the middle, but gets it out to a teammate in the corner. Now driving by is Boone. That one won't go. Scramble for the rebound, and now a whistle.
What's underneath there? Did a good job getting the rebound, but just couldn't keep his feet. And coaches thought there may have been a little foul, but I think he just tripped there.
Cougars on the attack now with Peyton Wright handling the ball. They're down by 12. Here's Nichols. He has really battled in this first half against these Douglas guards, and he's gone against several. Left side it goes into the corner. Driving is Nichols, and it's taken away. Here comes Triplett on the break. Cut off by Wright, and a foul, but it goes. And that'll count, and Triplett will go to the line.
Great job by Triplett there. Ran all the way down the court, just took it to the basket. Got a foul, but kept with the contact and put it off the board into the basket. Just he's having a good first half himself.
Triplett at the line, trying to complete the three-point play, and he does.
Nice job there. I was going to say, excuse me, but this Douglas team really looking good tonight, up 15 points. Like we said, we hate to harp on it, but they're missing 7 players from the football team. So a good night so far for Douglas basketball.
Playing very hard and very effectively on defense. Driving is Nichols, shot deflected, and now a collision as Boone started up court. Adams ran into him. We mentioned Adams is one of the Letcher County players who has been suffering from the flu bug that the team has had to deal with, as if they didn't have enough challenges with this full schedule. But he is one of their main players, of course, a 6'6" senior.
When you get tired also, you start reaching, and that's what happened there. So both teams are going to be in the bonus now, and Douglas in the double bonus.
And Armello Boone with the free throw.
He's having a great first half. He's Scored 22 the other night against Catholic. Very smooth player, can do it inside and outside. Very, very impressive.
Higgins comes back in the ball game, replacing Nichols, who will get a deserved break. Here's a free throw rolling off. Whitaker has it for Letcher County Central, and they'll bring it into offensive court. Inside it goes to Adams, then a shot out of the corner, and that one is good as Peyton Wright connects.
Yeah, a great pass by Adams out there to Peyton Wright. Hit that three-pointer. Nice offense.
Long pass. That one's too tall for everybody. Out of bounds it goes, and the Cougars will get it back with a 38-25 deficit. Broncos on top here with a minute and a half to go in the first half. Inside, Adams working hard, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound comes off to Harris of Douglas. There's Triplett again, driving for the basket. Adams swats this one away.
Yeah, good play by Adams there. What you have to do there is Triplett. He's a bigger player, Adams is. Stop, get a pump fake, and see if you can't get another foul on Adams and get him in deeper foul trouble.
We'll take a timeout along with these two teams right now. Minute 13 to go in the second quarter. 38-25, Douglas on top here on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Our producer tonight, glad you're with us on Glycod for high school basketball. Letcher County Central and Frederick Douglass. The Broncos have been able to speed this game up here in the first half, and they lead it by 13. They'll have the ball underneath their own basket. It'll be Junior Hill to play it in. That's Boone driving for the basket, and he was fouled. Looked like he almost got the end line there, but drew the foul.
Yeah, that was one of those very close. But again, he's so smooth on those shots. He just takes it to the basket. Doesn't do a whole lot of forcing. It was a good job jumping outside, not to get that charge and get the foul and get to the line.
He has a world of potential. He's 6'1" sophomore, 22 points against Catholic. It's the free throw there to make it 39-25.
Definitely a player to watch for the next couple of years.
Makes both the free throws. It's a 15-point margin now for Frederick Douglass. Ethan Whitaker in front court for Letcher County Central. Looking for some room down the lane, but instead it's stolen. Here comes Boone driving between two players. Can't get the shot to fall this time, but does draw the foul.
Letcher County Central's making a big mistake, and that's sometimes you fall into that trap. They're trying to dribble through the defense there of Douglass, and Douglass has such quick hands that you can't do that. You have to pass around it and over it, flash the middle, and then cash it out. And right now they're having trouble doing that. And I know I keep on going back to Bellarmine, but Bellarmine's a team, if you ever watch them, they don't dribble the ball. That's what Letcher County Central needs to really do, make sure that they're not trying to dribble through double teams and everything else and have another turnover.
Take a moment to wipe the floor just a little bit, and we'll resume play. Clock stopped at 55.8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Final minute of the first half, 40-25. Douglass on top and make it 41 now as Boone connects. Nice touch at the line, too.
Right now, Letcher County Central is getting everything they wanted out of Douglass.
A 17-point lead. We'll see Jake Simonson in the ball game for Frederick Douglass. He's wearing 33. Cougars on the attack with Higgins handling the ball this time. Tries to float it over to Wright. Had to chase it down. Now another deflection along the baseline, and then outside it goes. Shot off the left wing. No good by Whitaker, and then a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, nice play. Got the ball under the basket, flashed it back out for a three. Just couldn't make it, and then have a foul underneath. So Douglass will be shooting free throws again.
So they'll come down and have an opportunity at the line with 37.3 seconds to go.
Yeah, Coach Taylor just looked over at his fans and just kind of shrugged his shoulders at this point. Yeah. What are you going to do? But get into halftime and see if you can make some adjustments.
Harris too strong on the free throw. Nice left-handed touch. We've seen him connect from outside. He can score from outside.
Yeah, those 2 threes, and then he took the ball inside. So nice player.
Good-looking shot, but wasn't able to connect on either one. But another try for Douglas. Simonson gets it back outside.
Should play for the last shot here.
That's Boone guarded by Higgins. And now a timeout is called, and they'll try to set something up here with 21.3 seconds to go. Well, interesting coaching matchup, too, here,
yeah.
Rick, with Wes Scarberry new and in the interim position, and Matt Taylor returning home after his coaching in college for several years.
Yeah, he talks about his love for his community, and it just broke my heart to hear him talking about his home being flooded also. But yeah, it's just kind of 2 different coaching styles here going on. Both these coaches in some adverse conditions. But, one thing that Douglas has to figure with, at least with these first couple games, is a lot of these kids are getting a lot of experience that they may not have gotten had all their players, all 7 of the football players, been out there. So they have players right now, and also they're able to work on things like this. I think that's why they called a timeout here. This can pay dividends later on when you have 21.3 seconds left in the game. Right now you just play it at half, but how are you going to play that? What do you need to do? The coaches are talking to him, making the call. Coach Scarberry's erasing his board, so he wrote something up.
Underway now, under 20 seconds to go in the first half. And a turnover, it appears. We'll give it back to the Cougars.
Yeah, you just can't make that turnover there. I think he dribbled it off his foot, but, again, a learning experience for the sophomore.
So now a try for Letcher County Central as we come down to the final 10 seconds. Higgins looking for room. Jumper off the right side, no good. Tracked down by Whitaker. Can they get another try away?
Ooh. There's a foul you don't want with 2.3 seconds left.
So a 17-point lead for Frederick Douglass, but as you said, 2.3 seconds to go, and they didn't look like they were going to get much of a shot. And as it is, they'll have a very good look now.
Yeah, you just got to think if you're Frederick Douglass there, he's 30 feet out from the basket. There's no need to foul there, but hopefully you kind of store that in the memory and don't make that mistake the next time.
Jason McCool with the first one. And bounces in the second one as well. Good touch by him. And now it's 42-27. Pass at half court to Simonson, and he throws it off to the right side. And that was a long couple of seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going to
go halftime. I think we're going to go to halftime.
I think we should. That
3/10
of a second. Lasted about 3.5 seconds.
That sounds good to me. You could have set up a play and run it in the 2.3 seconds that we saw. But we have come to halftime, and it's a 15-point lead for Frederick Douglass. The Broncos lead Letcher County Central by a score of 42-27. We'll come back with our halftime show beginning in just a moment here on Glycon.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, the Broncos lead over Letcher County Central 42-27 here at halftime on our first basketball broadcast. But Rick, a lot of football has been played and still to be played here over this next couple of days, and the folks here at Frederick Douglass looking forward to the big matchup with Bowling Green tomorrow in the Class 5A finals. And of course we saw that Bullitt East team last week against Bryan Station. They'll be going against Mayo in the 6A finals tomorrow afternoon, but a lot of big football games still to be played.
Yeah, a lot of good teams. Of course, as we talked about during the football season, these teams are peaking at the right time. Frederick Douglass with another undefeated season. They want to bring the title back to this school tomorrow night. And I think they've got a great chance to do it. They just have one of the best best defenses in high school that I've seen. Other teams just have so much trouble trying to move the ball down the field on them. They really haven't been tested a whole lot by any team. I think 10 of their 12 games, they were in a running clock situation after halftime. And then, as we talked about, Bullitt East had a great victory over Bryan Station the other night. You and I called that game. I think they got a good chance against Mayo. If you haven't seen how Mayo got into the finals, you should watch the end of that game. A fumble right at the very end, and then got the ball in the end zone, and then. So yeah, there's a lot of football going on, but basketball tonight. I would think that Frederick Douglass is pleased with the way the first half have gone.
I would think so. It's been a fast-paced game, which they wanted to force, and they have. And we've seen players. We haven't seen a whole lot of Kai Simpson tonight, but he did get unofficially 8 points while he was in there. Armello Boone, we've talked about him, and those are two guys that are very, very hard to contend with, and will be all year long, even after all the football players return to the Frederick Douglass roster. But Letcher County Central continues to battle them. We've seen a great effort by Nigel Nichols, unofficially with 10 at the half, a couple of three-pointers. So they do, as Coach Taylor said, they will play hard, and they have done that. But they have not been able to match the pace or hold it back, the pace set by Frederick Douglass in this ball game so far.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass has been able to speed this game up, play at the tempo they want. Coach Scarberry talked about that before the game in the interview I had with him, that was their goal, was to do that. But one thing, I know that Coach Taylor in the locker room right now, he's talking to his team about getting their pace back, not playing into Frederick Douglass' hands. You're down 42-27. But there's a second half to go. And so, all's not lost. He kind of shrugged his shoulders at the end of the first half. But I know enough coaches, and I've coached enough to know that he's not giving up, that he's going to have something that he's writing up. He may be peeling the paint a little bit in there, trying to get his guys ready. But they'll come out ready to play in the second half.
Well, he is a coach of long standing, and a lot of it in college basketball. He's coached at University of Pikeville, at Union College, St. Catherine, all here in Kentucky, back at Pikeville, then at Nichols State in Louisiana, and McNeese State in Louisiana. So we talked about him returning home to Letcher County, but that was his return to high school basketball and back in his home area. But he's an accomplished coach with a variety of experience, and now taking it to his hometown and working with high school athletes, and seems to be enjoying it very much and wants to get these guys to where they can meet these challenges.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's a lot different coaching college athletes as opposed to high school athletes. But I think he's done a great job. He's built this team together. I think we'd be remiss to say that not to mention that here and at UK that they're having a book drive for the Letcher County schools, lost middle schools, elementary schools. So they're trying to refurbish their books and their libraries. I mean, that's just a great cause, and that really just kind of brings it to fruition what's important in life. And the basketball games are important, but not for what Letcher County Central has been through.
Absolutely, and as Coach Taylor pointed out, things are still very, very tough in Eastern Kentucky. It's not a thing that you get over with quickly, even though it may disappear from the news headlines. We'll take a break here. 42-27, the score. Douglas on top on Glycod.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Here at Frederick Douglass High School, some unofficial numbers from the first half. Nigel Nichols, the guard for Letcher County Central, unofficially 10 points in the ball game, and Frederick Douglass being led by Armello Boone, unofficially 15 for him, with Simpson backing him up with 8. Harris also had 8, including a pair of threes in that first half. So, Rick, a variety of attack for Frederick Douglass, but a lot of it triggered by their defense on the other end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always interesting to me to see kind of halftime, how teams come out after half. Letcher County Central walked out on the court, didn't take one shot, not one warm-up shot, stayed around their coaches the whole time. It's just interesting to watch how these coaches and these teams go. I think they want to do a little more coaching in there, and Douglass was out very loose tonight, as you would expect. And now Letcher County Central, let's see if they've been able to make any changes.
Here's Kai Simpson. Back in that lineup for Douglass. Boone on the right side. Underneath it goes. Triplett missed the easy one underneath. Had an opportunity for 2 right there, but he steals the ball, goes back under, and it's blocked, but put up and in then by Simpson.
Yeah, good block by Adams, but again, you don't give up on the ball. Put it back in the basket.
Boggs driving, missed the shot, rebound. Adams, he put a strong offensive rebound back in that time.
Yeah, that's where you want him to get the ball, on the boards.
Simpson driving, but that one, or rather Boone driving, and that one missed the rim. Too long. 44-29. Douglas in the opening moments of the second half holding a 15-point lead. Boone finds an opening, now tries to get it across the lane. Tough pass and off the hands of Carter and out of bounds.
Yeah, you can't force that pass there. And if you're going to throw that pass, throw it up in the air so your man can go up and get it and just not hit him about the knees. It's a tough catch to make.
Boggs with it. Yeah. Now whistle out front.
Yeah, he actually carried that ball. They called it a double dribble, but he tried to make the pass and then caught it, couldn't get it, and just carried that ball.
So Douglas has it again. Carter will play it into Kai Simpson, the 6'2 senior. Nagog inside. And the handoff for Triplett, trying to get a shot away, but can't. And then Adams comes up with it, and then we've got a foul.
Yeah, Adams doing a good job in there, kind of holding his hands up. One thing, if you're Triplett, a little undersized, you got to fake, do a shot fake, get him up in there, and get that foul on him.
So the Cougars have it, trying to cut into that deficit. Nichols, pair of threes in that first half. Now Boggs, inside it goes, high post, nice jumper by Adams.
Yeah, Douglas has gone to a zone there, and Letcher County Central has been able to handle that a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Douglas breaks back out into their man-to-man.
Yeah, good recognition there, and Adams was in the right place. Shot out of the right corner, no good by Boone, but Simpson tracks it down. Boone drives this time, and the layup is good.
That's where he's at his best, taking that ball to the basket.
Out of the corner, Boggs fires and hits.
Nice look there by Adams. Found Boggs in the corner for that three-point shot.
46-34. Come up on the 6-minute mark in the third quarter. Kai Simpson guarded by Boggs out front. Nagog moves over to the right side. All the way underneath, puts it up and in.
Nice job, took it in amongst the trees there and was able to get it to fall in.
Now a steal. Here is Boone. Pass deflected, though, by Nichols. Boone gets it back. Goes over to Triplett. His shot's blocked, saved in by Huff, and the Cougars are on the move. Out in front here is Boggs going for the basket, puts it in.
Good play there by Letcher County Central. You know, you said they don't want to get in a running game, but if you have the advantage, you need to go ahead and take it.
They capitalized that time. They trail by 12.
Wow, this Letcher County Central's team's getting a little bit of fire underneath them on the bench also.
There's a shot outside by Carter. That one's no good. Missed off to the left. Jaden Huff up with it for Letcher County Central. Here is Adams getting a step on the baseline all the way under. Reverse layup, no good. But the rebound put back up and no good by Dixon. But the Cougars battling on the offensive boards.
Yeah, I tell you what, Letcher County Central has come out here in the first couple minutes of the second half, showing a lot of fight, a lot of heart, and that's, you know, that goes to coaching, that goes to your players, and Douglas is kind of settling for some shots that they didn't in the first half. I think they need to get back into their offense.
Yeah, good body language by the Cougars as they show some enthusiasm trying to mount a comeback here. They've got a game against Bryan Station here in Lexington tomorrow night.
Not going to be another easy game, and if I know Bryan Station, they'll run on you too.
Nice shot on the free throw attempt by Dixon.
And bring Harris back in. He had a really good first half. Interesting to see if he can come back and add a little slow and stability there to Douglas.
Next shot good. And the lead is 10.
Chipping away a little bit at a time is exactly where they want to be.
Simpson out front, guarded by Boggs. Directing some traffic now. Hands it off to Nagog. And now Harris on the baseline it goes. Nagog goes in, puts it in.
Nice pass there by Boone over to Nagog. It was a nice layup.
A couple of baskets for him in this second half. Pushes the lead back out to 12. Adams working on Carter. Trying to work his way into the lane. Spins and puts it in. Nice touch.
Nice touch, yeah. I saw a familiar sight before the second half. It had to be Adams' father came out of the crowd, whispered something to him, and whatever it was, it's worked so far in this second half.
He's come out with some additional energy here in this second half, and that was a nice touch off the board, 50-40. And now a charge. We'll give it back to Letcher County Central. Simpson tried to back his way in.
Yeah, Simpson's pressing just a little bit right now, a little bit frustrated. I tell you what, Letcher County Central, they've cut this lead down to 10. They're doing exactly what they want. You can't get it all at one time, but you can cut into it a little bit at a time.
Now they got it into Adams again, working hard, puts it in on a foul.
Yeah, if you're Douglas, you can't let him catch the ball underneath there. You've got to front him and have backside help, and he didn't that time. And like I say, Adams is having a totally different half, and his dad's standing up excited right now because, like I say, whatever he whispered to him has worked in this second half.
Oh, Adams, Caden Adams, unofficially 8 points here in this second half. It's an 8-point lead. Adams could cut it to 7. And he does.
Nice free throw touch there.
Adams with the free throw, and it's 50-43. And now, what do we got?
Not sure what they're calling. Called a foul off the ball, apparently.
Yeah. It'll be Frederick Douglass basketball on the right side near their bench. Harris floats it in to Armello Boone. Now there is Harris again, and a foul as he started for the basket.
Yeah, I think Douglas, they almost got too fast for themselves, Keith. I think they put them out of the game themselves a little bit in the beginning of this third quarter. I think they're trying to slow it down a little bit, have Simpson on the bench, let him settle down after another foul out there.
Huff's third. Higog with the jumper, but it's off the rim, and Dixon has it. Cougars on the move again. Huff off to Boggs, tries to look for an opening, but not one there. He finds Adams, though, and he turned right into the defensive man. A charge that time. A good strong move to the basket, but just a little too strong as he dropped that shoulder.
Yeah, you dip that shoulder. Good defense there. Again, if he's going to get the ball underneath that low, you got to square up against him, and then anytime you get that pressure, go ahead and make that referee make that call.
So Boone will come up court. Just a 7-point lead. Letcher County Central has fought its way back into this ball game. They were down by 15 at the half. Driving is Harris. Ball out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Cougars.
Yeah, Douglas is a little bit shook right now. I tell you what, Letcher County, a great call. Whatever they've done at halftime, this team is a totally different team than they were in the second quarter.
Now a drive by Huff, and that one bounced off him to go out of bounds, and Douglas will get it back.
Yep, 2 straight times both teams have kicked that ball off their legs, and Letcher County Central going to come with a little pressure.
Junior Hill back in the ball game for Frederick Douglass. He'll bring it up against Dixon.
They're going to give him that shot if he wants it.
Now he drives and puts it up going by. Missed the shot. Rebound comes off to Dixon. Goes to the corner. Here's Boggs with the shot, and it is good.
Down to a 4-point game. And I tell you what, Adams' presence down there in the middle is making a big difference. Just the shot, they're having to change their shots.
Now we get a foul. Boggs with his third. Comes with 2:13 to go. 50-46 the score. And Letcher County Central's really eaten into that deficit here in this second half.
Yeah, they have. But Letcher County Central just got a bench warning. Coach was not pleased with that call. I think he wants, his words were, caught him on both ends, and the referee said he'd heard enough. So
here's Jones with it for Douglas. Now it goes to Carter. They back off of him. Nice bounce pass underneath. Heavy traffic, but put up and in by Jones.
Good job there by Douglas. They don't have to be in a hurry. There's not a shot clock. Take your time. Get a good shot.
6-point lead for Frederick Douglass as we enter the final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Brady Boggs guarded by Simpson out front. They're looking for Adams, and they go to him now. Dropped it, picked it back up. Couldn't get the shot to fall this time. Battle for the ball as Dixon was really going after it, and a foul underneath.
Yeah, there's a lot of physicality going underneath the basket. I couldn't do a whole lot in basketball, but I could be physical, and I like what I'm seeing down there right now. These guys are really going after that ball, and you've got to be strong underneath their big, strong hands. Keep that ball up high.
In it comes, and a long one by Boggs. Missed the shot. Rebound. Harris goes and gets it for Douglas. Ahead to Boone. Takes it on down. Tries to put it up going by. Missed the shot, but drew a foul.
Yeah, he did a good job there. When you jump and angle off to the side, it's almost impossible to get a charge there because the defender has to move in order to get underneath you, and that was a good call by the official. And you're not going to hear me say that very often, Keith, but that was a good call. I try to keep the officials out of my mouth because I have officiated before.
Absolutely. Well, you talk about a tough job now. That's
absolutely, and I'm so impressed these guys would come out and do this because it's really a non-glamorous job. And I always figured if I officialed, if no one recognized me after the game, I had done pretty good.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Free throw, no good. Here's Boone for another try, and it's in and out. Scramble for the rebound near the sideline. Letcher County Central has it. Here's Boggs driving, and a foul as he tried to put the layup going by. The foul will go against Carter.
Yeah, that's one of those where you get a clean block up top, but it's your body that knocks him down on the bottom for the foul. Another good call there. 6-point game here. This really has changed momentum-wise. Letcher County Central right now, a lot of momentum, and Douglas has to figure out how to control this.
Boggs sinks the first one, makes it 52-47. Well, you usually don't look for a team that's played 3 games already this week and trailing by 15 at halftime to come up with some new energy, but they did.
Shows a lot of heart on this team.
2 free throws by Boggs. This is a 4-point ball game. Douglas on the attack with Jones.
Yeah, Douglas just needs to get back to what they were in the first half and not try to do too much here.
On the right side, Harris has it. Now driving is Boone. Missed the shot. Rebound comes off to Dixon.
Yeah, it's a contested shot that they didn't really have to have there.
Dixon trying to gain momentum going down court, but ended up losing the ball. Long pass ahead. Simpson lays it in.
Beautiful pass and catch, and then into the basket. I'd like to see that touchdown like that tomorrow if you're Douglas.
Now the ball knocked out of bounds along the sideline near the Cougars bench.
Good hustle there on both teams. Letcher County Central going to get the ball back.
The lead is 6. Peyton Wright looking, tried to go inside, but Harris anticipated and gets it up to Boone, who lays it in, and a foul.
Nice play there by Harris. You know, he made him think he was sealed behind him to draw that bounce pass, was able to move in front of him, took the ball down the court. Nice pass off to Boone to get in there. Kind of a dunk, non-dunk there, but got the basket and got to go for the 3-point play now.
Boone has been at the line a lot tonight.
He missed his last 2, so he's up there kind of trying to go through his motion, get the hands on the ball and put it in the basket.
Missed the shot, rebound. Carter battles for it.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to get that rebound there. You just can't reach over him. You gotta think and know that. It's into a bonus now.
7th team foul on Frederick Douglass, so we'll see some free throws at the Cougars' end. It'll be Higgins.
Yeah, you know, Keith, a lot of basketball is thinking the game. Even though you might think you can jump over that guy, you got to know better. Let him get that rebound and do not pick up that foul.
Higgins nails the first free throw to make it 56-49.
He's got a nice stroke at the free throw line.
Next shot, and that one does not roll in. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Frederick Douglass. A strong reaction from back to Letcher County Central. Now they confer, and it will go to Frederick Douglass, and now the Letcher County folks are unhappy.
They didn't make anyone happy on that one. They changed the call. I tell you what, I think the other official may have had a better look, but boy, that's a tough call at this venture in the game.
Yeah, the Douglas players reacted instantly on that one as though they were pretty certain that call should have gone their way, but they did confer, and that's what they ruled with 36.3 seconds to go now. We'll get a Douglas possession and a 7-point lead for the Broncos.
Yeah, Coach Taylor's got to be very careful. He's gotten a bench warning already. He doesn't want to pick up a technical.
Simpson against Boggs. Now Harris guarded closely. Here is Carter. He walked.
Yeah. Sometimes a big man get that ball out there and just gets a little excited. That's what he did there. He moved those feet, and good call.
So the lead at 7, and coming down to the final seconds of the third quarter. Driving is Nichols off to Boggs. Long one in the air, no good. Rebound to Simpson. Racing down court, goes all the way under and puts it in.
Oh, great job. Moved all the way down the court in about 3 seconds and laid it in there.
Final shot of the third quarter, off the glass, no good. And at the end of the third, it's a 9-point lead for Douglas after holding a 15-point margin at halftime. The score, Frederick Douglass 58, Letcher County Central 49. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Ready for the final 8 minutes of action. And Rick, Letcher County Central came out with some real energy and drive in that third quarter and made a difference.
They sure did, to cut that lead down to 58-49. But, Keith, what I'm interested to see is, did they spend all their energy just to get to this point? Because that's what happens sometimes. You get third quarter, you get so high, and you get so many points going in the third quarter, and then it ends, and then the start of the fourth is where sometimes teams can push it back out. So that's the key right now with Letcher County Central. They cannot let Frederick Douglass push this lead back out into double digits.
9-point lead right now. What does Douglas need to do to get some of that momentum we saw in the first half?
You know, Douglas has some people handling the ball where they don't need to handle the ball up at the top of the key, but you want to get Boone moving to the basket. That's where he's at his best. And then you want to get Kai Simpson back in this game, but you want him to play under control.
Cougars have the ball as we start the fourth quarter. Jaden Huff trying to drive. Nice spin move. Missed the shot with the left hand, though, and Simpson's off with it. Down the court he goes and puts it up going by. Ball went in.
Be interesting
what the call is.
Yeah, see if they're going to give him the basket or not. But it's like, again, Simpson did a good job of jumping off to the side there, not to get that charge. And so they called it before the shot, maybe?
Nichols charged with the foul, his second, the fifth on the team in this half, and looks like they'll put it in play down there.
Yeah, so that's a very interesting. I guess they called it the block before he went with the shot, but he was able to put that ball in. But now Douglas needs to get something out of this possession to bring that lead back up.
So Kai Simpson will put it in play for Frederick Douglass, and it comes to Triplett, and now quickly move it around to the left side. There's Simpson out in the corner. Toward the lane, jumper right in the air, no good. And pulled in by Adams. And here come the Cougars. There's Nichols.
Nichols has been very quiet in the second half after having such a great first half.
Backs out, draws the defense to him, then goes to Adams. Turn around, jump hook, no good. And here comes Simpson.
A good shot, just did not go in the basket.
Out in the corner to Jones, moves in, tries the jumper and hits it.
Nice play there. Didn't take the three, took his time, moved to the elbow, and got a nice jumper to go in, get Douglas that double-digit lead.
60-49. Nichols running into trouble, guarded by Jones. Now back outside. Here's Huff with the long jumper. Good.
Nice jump shot there. You know, you can tell a lot of times when a guy catches the ball and fires right away, he's ready to shoot, goes in.
Shot off the right side, no good, but there's Triplett with the follow.
Triplett's been very impressive tonight. He is not a big kid at all, but doing very well on the boards inside.
Boggs in trouble, tried the reverse layup, but not there for him. Harris a long pass, and it's put up and in by Simpson.
Yeah, Harris a beautiful no-look long pass, like a long touchdown pass again. Good job there by Douglas.
They push the lead back out to 12.
Yeah, Letcher County Central had this down to 4 points, Keith.
Bounce pass inside. There's Adams, and a blocking call is going to go against Harris.
Yeah. If that was the college game, you would have seen a flop call right there. There's no doubt about it. He never got hit, which I think is a great call. I'm glad they're doing that now. I have some biases against certain college teams that tend to flop a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, we won't go into that. No one needs to know. But I think you could probably guess which team I'm talking about. But again, I think it's a really good play because on that one, he did not get hit at all and flop down. So it was a good block call. But like I say, in the college game, that would have immediately precipitated one free throw technical.
Would you give me a D to start that name of that team?
Okay. Let's just say it has UK in it, but it starts with a D and ends with an E. And
okay.
Then we'll go with there. So I'm not mentioning any teams in particular.
64-52, 6:04 to go. Caden Adams, we mentioned he's been battling the flu. He has played very hard tonight.
Lane violation there.
So Adams back to the line. Good touch by the 6'6 senior at the free throw line, and he has worked hard to get some good shots here in the second half, and his teammates have done a good job getting the ball.
Yeah.
Second one, that one misses. But Huff with the rebound, and the long shot by Boggs, no good, but put back in by Wright.
Boggs will say that was an assist. He saw him underneath the basket. Good play there by Letcher County Central.
Now a whistle as Simpson is coming up court.
Not sure why are you bringing?
Oh, we had should have had a substitute in the game, I guess.
I'm not sure, but if you're going to, you can't call that there.
Yeah.
That was an interesting call.
Yeah, Whitaker in the game.
Yeah, that ball was 3/4 down
Wright
the court.
goes out.
Yeah.
Simpson with it. As they run that weave out front, here is Armello Boone down the lane, got the layup.
That weave is working very well right now, getting that lead back up to 12.
66-54 with 5:43 to go. We'll take a break here and come back with more fourth quarter action here on Glyco.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The Prescription Pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
5:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Keith Elkins along with Rick Reams and Chris Labar, our producer tonight. Glad you've joined us on Glycod. And Rick, we saw Douglas begin to right the ship a little bit there in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about coming into the fourth quarter, what would happen with Letcher County Central. I think those last free throw attempts by Adams kind of showed he's lost his legs. This team is tired. Douglas knows that weave, they're having great success with that. They didn't use that a lot in the third quarter. They got away with what brought them here in the third quarter, but they, as you said, they've kind of righted the ship and getting that ball. But right now we're seeing a tired Letcher County Central team. See if they can find one more wind in them, get this lead back down. But it's gone back up from to 12 from 4 points in the third quarter.
Cougars have the ball, and Nichols will bring it up. Again, the high post this time to Adams, and exchanges passes. Now an interception, though, by Harris, and he may be injured. Goes to the floor as the foul was called.
Yeah, that, again, you know, there's a lot of times in the game where you get tired and you reach and you get a foul. And let's hope Harris is okay here. He's played a really good game, did a great job of knocking away that entry pass there.
They're tending to him now. That's Leighton Harris, 6'3" junior.
I'm afraid that may be an ankle injury.
Yeah, he's going to get some assistance as he heads to the bench.
One thing you don't want to see is someone injured in any of these games. Kids played a great game tonight. And if it is an ankle, those are tough injuries because a lot of times it's tough to come back from that. But hopefully the staff here will be able to work on that, get him back out here. But really, really good effort by him tonight.
Do a little cleanup work there on the floor where the collision occurred. And now with a 12-point lead, it'll be free throws coming for Frederick Douglass. Ryan Carter steps to the line.
Yeah, you have to come in off the bench cold and shoot those free throws. I wasn't good shooting free throws when I was warm, but this would have been a nightmare for me.
And missed the shot off to the right. Yeah, you wonder about the guys who are kind of those designated three-point shooters coming in off the bench.
Yes, exactly.
Catch the ball and shoot it, and you haven't caught the ball in 20 minutes. That's quite an assignment. Now a foul, and that'll be on the block on the defender. That is Boggs.
Yeah, right now, if you're tired, like I say, you make some mistakes there, and that was one. As he blew by him again, you just got to let him go by. Don't get a foul call on you there.
Whitaker will replace Boggs. That was his fourth foul. Comes with 5:16 to go in the fourth. Jones at the line. The right-hander is good.
One thing Douglas can work on tonight. They have missed a couple free throws here and there.
Jones with the second of two, and he missed that one too hard, and it's 67-54. Letcher County Central comes up on the offense, and Whitaker and Nichols exchange passes there, and now off to Huff. They find Adams, but he's out high. Here's Nichols with the jumper off the right side, bouncing high, no good, and then a collision on the rebound. I think they'll get triplet for the foul.
Yeah, on that one, Douglas did a great job. If Adams is going to get that ball, make him get it up at the elbow there, not underneath the basket. Letcher County has a couple players kind of limping around there, maybe a little ankle injury there also.
So free throws coming, and the shot is missed by Whitaker, and a battle for the rebound. Out of bounds it goes, and the Cougars will get it back.
Adams did a good job of fighting for that ball and just rolled off the back of Triplett's leg there.
Whitaker looking and fires outside. Now a long one off the right side, no good by Huff. Douglas rebound ahead to Triplett. Drops it off, and there's the layup.
Great fast break there by Douglas. That's how you write that ball up. You make a one last pass out, get your runner out there, fake the shot, and then get a layup.
Plenty of speed for Noah Jones. Got the layup on that one. Now the lead back up to 15. That's where it was at halftime before the Cougars made their run early in the second half.
Yeah, you could tell Adams is going to come out. He's limping also, and tell you what, this is a tired team here. And they did their best. They got this down to a 4-point game, but once the fourth quarter started, Douglas has been able to push it back out.
Cougars handle the ball, and there is Whitaker again. Jaden Huff looking for an opening, drives down the left side of the lane and draws the foul.
Good job taking the ball to the basket. Don't settle for the three if it's not there, but take it to the basket, make them foul you. Get to the free throw line, hit some free throws with the clock not moving.
Arrested at 4:17. Jaden Huff to the line.
Again, I hate to harp on this, but those are tired leg free throws. They're doing a lot of pushing with the arms. You got to bend deep to get these free throws in.
And off the back of the rim, no good. Carter down to Jones in the corner, and now they'll come back out on top to Kai Simpson. Jones moves into the lane. Little 10-foot jumper is good.
Boy, he's had a good second half. He's very, very, very talented getting around the basket and putting that ball in, not forcing up shots.
Unofficially 9 for Jones in this second half, and now the lead is 17 with under 4 minutes to go. Peyton Wright driving. Inside it goes to Dixon. Battles for the shot but can't get it to fall. Nichols with a nice save. Out of bounds it goes to the Cougars.
Nice play there by Letcher County Central. Douglas is doing a much better job right now. You know, at this point, you don't need to foul. Just hold your ground, keep your hands up, and get the rebound.
Whitaker with the shot. Nailed it from the corner.
Nice shot there.
That was a 3, 71-57. Nichols applies pressure, but driving by is Jones, and he gets it to fall.
Yeah, 11 points in this second half. He's been Douglas's answer.
Pass deflected, and Carter almost got the steal, but was on the line.
Great hands there, did a great job, just stepped out of bounds. But, you know, if you're Douglas's coaches, boy, yeah, Coach Scarberry's clapping, telling him a great job because that was great defense.
Boggs back in there for Letcher County Central. And here comes Nichols. He had a good first half, driving for the basket, but a lot of traffic in there. And now here is Jones for Douglas. Dishes it off to the right side and then picked off, and a scramble for it.
Made a mistake there, yeah. Came down and made a turnover and then just kind of exacerbated that mistake by getting the foul there. You just got to run back, play defense. We're all going to make mistakes, but can't double up on that.
Jones ended up committing the foul, and now we'll see a pair of free throws from Peyton Dixon. 6'3" junior.
Got the Air Jordan uniforms on, and he's number 23, so he gets to be Michael Jordan.
Second one also good. Yeah, there are a lot of people wearing 23 for a whole generation, weren't there? And
exactly.
Even still today.
It'd be interesting to see if he knows that or not.
Here's a steal. Dixon goes under and puts it in.
Nice play there. Good steal. Get that lead back. 12.
12-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go. Carter out front. There's another steal. Huff, but now taken away temporarily by Triplett. Here come the Cougars again after they recovered the loose ball. Driving is Huff, and a foul.
Yeah, they called that foul up top there on the floor. Hacked him, so it's going to take a double bonus here. Letcher County Central trying to get a couple players in. Adams is going to come back in. Glad to see that looks like he's doing okay walking there. Get 2 free throws. They'll come in after the first free throw.
So Huff with a pair, and he could cut the lead to 10 with 2:14 to go. First 20 is good.
You know, and at this point, if you're Letcher County Central, you know, we talked about this. Do you have one more run in you? And this is what they're going to try to do right here with 2 minutes, 14 seconds left.
Second shot bounces off, no good, and Carter has it. Here's Simpson driving, and he is fouled driving by Whitaker.
I think you're going to see that a lot right now. If you don't get the steal for Letcher County Central, then you're going to go ahead and foul, put them at the line, and see if you can't have them miss at least 1 or 2 from there and come down and score.
And substitutions waiting for Letcher County Central. Nichols and Adams is almost a platoon at this point, Rick.
Yeah, and if they're in just a single bonus, so they get to come in right now. You get Adams in there to get this defensive rebound. If you're Frederick Douglass right now, Simpson needs to put these free throws in, cash in on those, and get this lead back up.
Simpson rolls it in there.
Good shot. He's had some shots not fall tonight, but he's got a really nice rotation on that free throw.
Second one stays in.
And you're right, Keith. You're going to see Letcher County doing a rotation, offense, defense.
Dixon looking, and now a whistle and a foul on Adams.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. He was trying to push to get position, and that's the one thing you were trying to do with offense, defense is keep Adams from getting a foul, and then he went ahead and got another foul there. So tough play for Letcher County Central.
And it comes to Simpson. Adams out of the game again as they continue to alternate. And then a foul as, no, they lost it out of bounds as Simpson drove for the basket.
Yeah, Simpson just did a little too much there. You know, you got to think again. You're up 13, a minute 55. There's no reason to go ahead and kind of force that. He's had some great plays tonight, had a little bit of a tough game, but he'll learn from that.
Adams right back in. Here's Nichols with the ball. They go to Adams, out high, though.
Yeah, Adams was going to try to make the pass, and his man moved, and then he double dribbled. So you got to think about that.
Comes with a minute 45 to go, and Douglas up by 13.
Yeah, Coach Taylor was getting on the referees, and Adams walked by him and said, "I did." So
oh, a collision there near midcourt as the two number 4s collided there.
Yeah, you just want to keep everything cool right now. You know, these teams have both played hard, and they're going to call a flagrant
intentional foul, on number 4 for Letcher County Central. That is Jaden Huff. Raised that arm as the two came together.
Yeah, it's one of those again. You just got to keep your cool right here. It's been a frustrating night, but right now you don't want to make any big mistakes.
Nope, they played hard, played a good ball game, but don't want to let anything get out of hand here in the last couple of minutes as Simpson makes the first one. Nichols and Adams back into the ball game for the Cougars. Simpson nails it, and it is a 15-point lead again.
Yeah, good job there by Simpson. Walked up, and now again, both these teams just need to play this 1 minute, 41 seconds. Good, hard-nosed basketball game, but as you said, don't let your emotions get control of you here.
Simpson handles it. Now off to Hill. Whitaker chasing Simpson, bounce pass underneath, and Triplett puts it up and in.
Good job by Triplett there. A nice pass by Simpson. Good job keeping his eyes open for the man underneath.
Nichols working for Letcher County Central. Off to Huff. Drives to the basket. Can't get it to fall. And there's Carter for Frederick Douglass. Off to Boone. A collision as Boone tried to make the spin move, and Dixon will draw the foul.
Yeah, good play there. Boone trying to get the ball to the basket. Good rebound here on the other end. Letcher County Central, the shots just aren't falling. And right now they're just, like I said, they're winded. They gave all they could in that third quarter to get this down to a 4-point lead. Had one more run, about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter to get it down to 11. But now Douglas is building it back up.
I believe that's it for Dixon. They're waiting just a moment to make the substitution.
Yeah, the officials are not. They stopped the game when they shouldn't, and on that one you've got to bring him out because he's got 5 fouls. So not sure if they're going to let that free throw stand or not. I'm a little confused.
So Dixon out, Adams out. Wright is in, Boggs is in.
Douglas is getting some of their younger players in this game.
Now Boone at the line, and he's got it.
I've not seen Harris come back on the bench, so that's one thing that Douglas is going to have to take a close look at, see how that ankle or knee, whichever one it was, but he played a great game. Just hate to see him get hurt.
81-62 the score. Long one by Whitaker is good.
Nice shot by Whitaker.
His second three. Pressure by the Cougars and a quick foul.
Yeah, so you're going to get some players playing here now, get to the free throw line, get their name in the scorebook. So that's always a fun thing to do.
51.8 seconds to go, and Boggs has fouled out. Cool back in.
Going to get some of their young players in also. It's always nice to let these kids play here. These big courts in Lexington, they can talk about it all throughout their lives playing in these games.
They are on quite the trip with Douglas tonight, Bryan Station tomorrow. They had a home game just last night against Lee from Jonesville, Virginia. They played Pikeville already.
Yeah, they played at Pikeville and then beat Phelps. So they've had quite the early season.
Mwambe at the line and can't get it to fall.
I'm guessing they're going to spend the night here. I can't imagine they drive home and turn back around and come back up to play Bryan Station, but maybe they are.
I would guess their accommodations would be here. That's a pretty good haul back to Letcher County and then back up tomorrow.
Yes, so that again, that's a fun thing for these kids if they are able to go to a hotel. Again, a team building time, and that's what you want to do.
Nice touch on the free throw by McCool. 81-66. The Broncos lead it. Letcher County made it interesting here in the second half for a while.
They sure did.
Simonson loses his balance. A steal by Huff. Can't get the layup to fall. And here go the Broncos, and things get a little wild and crazy at this point. But the layup by Mwambe is not going to go.
Took it all the way down the court. Like you said, there's a lot of flailing going on there, but he got it all the way down. Missed the shot, but got a rebound, and now going to get to the free throw line.
So McCool committed the foul, and now Simonson with a couple of free throws for Frederick Douglass, and that one misses.
Yeah, Coach Taylor's getting his young players in also. Good to let these guys play. It's always one of those things. They practice hard every day and deserve to get in these games, especially when there's not JV games. So glad to see they're coming in the game. They would rather not be down 15 points, but they are, and they're just going to come in and learn from this game.
Yeah, we see Gavin Brown, number 0, Cooper Bailey, number 34, in there for Letcher County Central. Terry Delaney, number 14, in for the Cougars as well, as is Taj Higgins, number 11. Now a walk with 23.8 seconds to go.
Got that ball caught on his hip there.
Logan Buson is in for Frederick Douglass. 82-66.
Douglass will be happy just to dribble this one out.
Well, drive for the basket. The shot no good.
Like I said, they're going to drive to the basket, but good play by him. Good for that young man. Get to the free throw line, see if he can get some points on the board.
Jake Mitchell just into the game. And he makes the free throw.
We're sitting down here right by Letcher County Central's bench. Coach Taylor's using this time to coach his kids. It's a smart thing to do. Talking about what they're learning tonight. Doesn't want them to forget it before they get off the court.
Cougars come back up court now as the final seconds tick away. Here's a shot off the right side, and it is good by Delaney.
Nice shot.
That's good for 3 points. And it's going to make the final 83-69 as we get the final buzzer. It is Frederick Douglass getting a win tonight after the loss to Lexington Catholic, but they win it tonight over Letcher County Central. We'll start our post-game show in just a moment. 83-69, Frederick Douglass wins it here on Glycon.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
We are back at Frederick Douglass High School. Glad you joined us for high school basketball on Glycod tonight. The Frederick Douglass boys beat Letcher County Central tonight by a score of 83-69. We saw some outstanding individual performances tonight. But, Rick, this was a good team game, I think, for both teams, at least during certain stretches tonight.
Yeah, I think both these teams learned a lot about themselves. And, you know, we talked about which team could kind of impose their type of offense on the other team. Douglass did a good job, I think, in the first, second, and fourth quarter. And I think Letcher County Central kind of did their will in the third quarter and got that lead back down to 4 points. But, yeah, I think it was a good team-building game. And, you know, these are going to pay dividends on down the road.
Well, we mentioned those individual performances, and there were some good ones tonight. On the Frederick Douglass side, number 1, Armello Boone, was impressive, and he's going to have a lot of impressive games in his career, I think.
Yeah, just to be a sophomore, very impressive, very poised out there, made some big shots, got to the free throw line a lot, missed a couple free throws so he can work on that, but a very nice player and just did a great job tonight.
Yeah, unofficially with 22 tonight, but he was a force for Frederick Douglass. Kai Simpson, unofficially with 20 tonight, and he also was a leader for the Broncos tonight. On the Letcher County Central side, we saw their big rally in the second half was triggered by the presence of their big man, Caden Adams, and their ability to get the ball to him.
Yeah, in the third quarter, they were able really to work him deep underneath the basket. He had a lot of nice plays underneath there. Douglass finally was able to kind of scoot him out there in the fourth quarter, but a really good game by Adams. And, you know, Keith, I'm excited to see if we get to see this team play again. I'd like to see him at full strength instead of coming back off the flu, because that's tough on any kid.
Mm-hmm. That's right, and we'll see that football roster do their thing tomorrow for the Frederick Douglass Broncos. As on Saturday here on Glycod, we'll have the 6A football championship game, Male against Bullitt East, and that is 4 p.m. tomorrow. Joe Cox and Antoine Wardlow on the call for that one. Then at 8 p.m., it's the 5A football championship game. Frederick Douglass, 14-0 against Bowling Green, 12-2 at Kroger Field. Chris Labar and Jim Kaczmarek on that one as Glycod brings you the championship games of those two classifications tomorrow. And then a lot of basketball coming up next week. Woodford County at Oldham County. We've got South Oldham at Walton Verona on Thursday, and then on Friday, Valley at PRP, and also on Friday, Charlestown at Clarksville over in southern Indiana, and Anderson County at Woodford County, and Henry Clay at Frederick Douglass coming up next Friday. That's a girls' game, and Rick, you and I will be on the call for that as things are scheduled, and so we'll look forward to seeing the Frederick Douglass girls against the Henry Clay Blue Devils next Friday. So a lot coming up here on Glycott. Again tonight, Letcher County game effort, but Douglass was too much for them. 83-69, the Broncos win it. Any final thoughts, Rick?
Just early season, I'm excited to watch these teams progress. It's always exciting to me. There's a chance these teams could play again on down the road, and I think both teams are going to learn from this game, and I think both teams have a lot to be excited about. And let's not forget to pray for this Letcher County Central team. All those people, I preach in Jackson, Kentucky once a month. They're still being affected by it. Like you said, it may not be in the news, but they're still there, so kudos to these kids.
Absolutely. And again, one more opportunity to mention the book drive that Frederick Douglass and some of the other Lexington schools had to replace books lost in the damage to schools and libraries in Letcher County, Kentucky, as Letcher County suffered, as did many counties across eastern Kentucky. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight of high school basketball on Glycott. Again, the final score, it was Frederick Douglass 83 and Letcher County Central 69. For Chris LeBar and for Rick Reams, I am Keith Elkins. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you again next time on Glycott.
You've been watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycott.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation